Now to the other issue being heavily impacted by the shutdown, we are talking about air travel. So we do know that starting tomorrow, the FAA will cut air traffic by 10% at 40 major airports across the country. And yes, that does include here in Houston. This move is to keep travel safe. This is as air traffic controllers continue to work without pay during the government shutdown. Well, Fox 26's Jillian Hartmann is live for us at Bush Intercontinental Airport. She spoke with a travel agent about what travelers need to know. Jillian, I'm sure a lot of travelers that might be traveling in the future are not at ease.
That's right, and travelers definitely need to be prepared because starting tomorrow, we will see reduced flights here at Bush Airport and Hobby Airport. Now, if your flight is canceled, you should be notified by your airline ahead of time. Now, multiple airlines, including United, Southwest, Delta, and American, will be offering refunds and free rebooking. Now, I'm told that international flights will not be impacted at this time. However, domestic and regional flights are at risk. Now, today I did talk to a travel expert on what passengers should know flying this weekend.
I think the most important thing right now for consumers is knowledge is power. You have to know what's going on at your local airport. You know, you and I saw those crazy lines at Houston earlier in the week when people were waiting 5 hours sometimes for TSA screening. And that's sort of like what we're facing right now. But usually you'll know ahead of time if that situation is developing by following social media, checking the news. So you just have to really be prepared right now. Also, you want to have the airline app installed on your phone so you can potentially rebook yourself. You want to know what's going on, not only at your departure airport, but also your arrival airport. Because sometimes you can have nothing, no problems at your departure airport, and then you go to get on the plane and they say, sorry, we can't land in Newark, or whatever the case may be. So you want to be aware of that. You want to have the customer service phone number available to you. Remember, if your flight gets canceled, you're going to be competing with all those other people whose flight was canceled. So even if your flight initially is successful, your flight home might get canceled or severely delayed. But I will say, the airlines are being much more flexible this time with the ability to cancel and reschedule. Even if you've got a basic economy ticket, it sounds like the major airlines are going to let you rebook or just cancel outright. So if you see a messy situation developing on one of your flights, it might be worth it just to say, hey, I'm going to try to rebook for a different day.
Now, we know this is a fluid situation. United tells us that about 20 flights will be canceled per day here in Houston. So experts are suggesting that folks download your airline's app on your phone because that really is the fastest way to get updates. Now, airport officials are encouraging passengers to arrive extra early at the airport to get through security because with staffing shortages, that means longer TSA lines.